Welcome to Whiteboard Wednesdays, Real Talk with a Realtor. I'm Sharice Wynn, also known as the Agent Lady, and today we're going to talk about the 3 misconceptions of planning a estate with Chenille Truitt from Browning
Legal Group.
Oh, I'm sorry, Browning Legal Group. My apologies. Chenille, I'll let you take it away. Chenille, what is estate planning?
Okay, so estate planning is a plan that you get together for when you pass away, or in the event that you become incapacitated or permanently disabled. Typically, the documents included in an estate plan are power of attorney, advanced healthcare directive, a will, and sometimes a trust.
Okay. We have here 3 misconceptions of estate planning. You want to dive in?
Sure. So the first common misconception of estate plan is typically people feel they don't need an estate plan because they don't have any assets. And estate plan just doesn't deal with just what happens when you die. Estate plan also encompasses what happens in the event that you are incapacitated or permanently disabled. An estate plan will allow you to appoint a person to make decisions regarding your health care. It will also appoint a person to make decisions regarding whether to put you on life support or not. So with that being said, it's very important to have an estate plan to address those medical needs. And again, if you don't have an estate plan, the courts will appoint a stranger to make those medical decisions regarding whether you live or die.
Wow, that's pretty crazy. You should have some estate planning. So, what's the next one?
The next one is it's too expensive to have an estate plan. I can tell you now that failing to have an estate plan, the expense of failing to have an estate plan far exceeds any expense that you will have and sitting down with an attorney to have an estate plan. Typically, you encounter these things with, let's say your grandmother has dementia and she doesn't have an estate plan. What you would have to do is, one, you would have to go to the court and get a court order. That would include paying a filing fee. You would have to pay an attorney, even though you would have paid an attorney to draft a estate plan. It would be much more of a legal expense to have them get a guardianship for this individual, and then you have to pay doctors to testify and state that this individual is incapacitated and not capable of, or not incapacitated, but incompetent to make their own decisions. So with that being said, our firm, the Browning Legal Group, does offer free consultation, so it will cost you nothing to sit down with me to figure out whether you have or whether you need an estate plan.
Which it sounds like you do. So that's awesome. And the next one we have here?
You don't need a plan till you're sick or you're old. This is just absolutely false. The only time that you will be able to implement an estate plan is if you are alive and if you are competent to do such. And by competent to do such, I mean competent to enter into a legal agreement or a legal contract to have this estate plan. Typically, if you are, or you run the risk of having your estate plan contested if you are dealing with competency issues, because individuals will come in and say that, this person was incompetent, therefore they entered this estate plan under duress or fraud or corrosion.
Corrosion, yeah. Coercion?
Yeah,
one of those words, right? Why would somebody want to do something like that?
Well, I mean, we all know that we're dealing with a greedy society. Everybody wants money, so you have an individual that might want to manage, their loved one's asset. Maybe they had some bank accounts, or perhaps, maybe there is a home that they want to get their hands on. So it would benefit them to come in and contest this estate plan, especially if they're not the executor of the will, or the person that, or guardian, or the person handling the affairs of the person that is incapacitated.
Everybody needs estate planning, which it sounds like to me. I hope that information was helpful to you, because it's definitely helpful to me. And you can find Chenille at the Browning Legal Group and Media, also opening up a location in West Philly. And remember, guys, friends don't let friends buy or sell real estate without the agent lady. Make it a great day.